A gas station sign condemning the carbon tax raised the hackles of the online left-wing mob. But I asked people in real life about the sign, and the online hysteria just doesn't match reality. It started on the 2nd of January. An independent Tempo gas station in Spruce Grove, Alberta, put up a sign that said FNDP/Trudeau. The sign was clearly a protest against the latest hike in the Alberta carbon tax that raised the cost of a litre of gasoline by 2.5 more cents, bringing the total carbon tax on a litre of Alberta gasoline to 6.73 cents. Now, the sign remained up for roughly 12 to 15 hours before it was changed to read, "The carbon tax hurts us all." Now, I reached out to the owner of the Tempo in Spruce Grove. I called his gas station at 9 p.m. on a weeknight, and I found him there doing what most small business owners do, and that's working late. I asked him to do an on-camera interview with me, and he declined. He said that even though he's an independent franchisee, he and his suppliers are under a lot of pressure not to be political in their messaging. They're getting that pressure from the owner of the Tempo logo, Federated Co-op based in Saskatchewan. The store owner said he just doesn't want to cause any more trouble for anyone else around him or anyone who has to work with him. Federated Co-Operatives Limited issued a statement that said, yesterday an independent business in Spruce Grove, Alberta, with a marketing agreement to use the Tempo brand, posted a profane message on an electronic street sign. Federated Co-Operatives Limited does not condone or support this message. As soon as notification of this message was received, the independent business owner was asked to remove it immediately. Now, regardless of the crackdown from head office, the Tempo owner told me that he got about 80 voicemail messages with regard to his sign, and at least 78 of them were supportive and positive, and the two that weren't, he speculates, were from NDP supporters who likely wouldn't shop in his store anyway. The owner also told me that he's been in business since he was 22, creating jobs in his community for at least 40 years, and that's why he's doing this. He cares about his community, he cares about his customers, and he cares about his staff. So I actually went to Spruce Grove to his gas station where his sign has a third incarnation. It now reads, "Thanks for your great support." I wanted to see what the Tempo owner's customers have to say about his sign, because really, isn't that what matters here? So just watch.
I think he did the right thing, and he had the guts to do it. And I'm right behind him. And maybe the people that were against that sign were probably NDP, so what can you say?
No, he's speaking the truth. So what the heck?
Everyone has their opinion, and I guess I have mine also, but we voted them in. So if people want to change, we're going to have to, when it comes to vote time, change it.
I liked it because I'm not really a supporter of Trudeau or Notley, so I liked it.
I thought that sign was great. Somebody has to stop them because you got to pay income tax on that. Did you know? Yeah.
Thank you.
So we're not making any money. We're not getting any money. They think we're putting money in our pocket. They're taking it out of our pocket.
So I hate to break it to you, Federated Co-op in Saskatchewan. You may own the Tempo logo, but you certainly don't own the opinion of thousands of Albertans affected by Rachel Notley's carbon tax. And you don't own the opinions of those who gas up at this independent service station. Now, this isn't the first time that an independent Tempo gas station has protested Rachel Notley's carbon tax. Last year, the Country Boys group of companies comprised of 2 Tempo gas stations and a liquor store in Strathcona County handed out pamphlets detailing how they are responsible for the new price increases in their stores and how Rachel Notley's carbon tax is affecting the price per litre of gas, putting the blame exactly where it belongs, on the NDP government. This year, Country Boys is doing the same thing. The flyers are back, and they are readjusted with the new increased 2018 carbon tax schedule, courtesy of Rachel Notley again. The man in charge at Country Boys, local businessman Clinton Alexander, tweeted that he has had thousands of messages of support, and the couple unsupportive messages that he did get came from the same household of NDP supporters. So while the mainstream media is happy to report the online outrage of trolls with regard to companies who disagree with the carbon tax, the facts on the ground are something very, very different. These companies are receiving support, vast, broad support for their message. At The Rebel, we've led boycotts before, and our boycotts have worked when Earl's Restaurants decided that Canadian beef just wasn't ethical enough for them anymore. We ran a petition, and that petition forced the company to source Canadian beef once again. This time, though, let's do a boycott. When we see these sorts of companies like Country Boys in Strathcona County and the Tempo in Spruce Grove, companies who are brave enough to stand up and speak the truth and take the heat from their own head offices, online left-wing trolls, and even the mainstream media, let's be sure to support them if and when we can. And maybe it's time that we just don't send our messages of support to the franchisees who are speaking the truth. Maybe it's time for us to email some head offices and tell them to leave the truth tellers alone. For therebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. Did you know that I have my own weekly show here on The Rebel? It's called The Gun Show, and we talk about issues facing Albertans and Canadians. To get access to my show and all of our amazing premium content, become a Rebel subscriber today.